Hello, everyone. You're welcome on board the captain's desk. My name is Captain Akobi Oluwasegun, and the podcast is actually for seafarers to tell their own stories. And we've got uh, two guests today. To my left, I have Cadet Olorun Toba Oluwasewa Fumi. Oluwasewa Bomi. She's a cadet from the Maritime Academy of Nigeria. She has 0.0000 C experience, still searching for cadetship. She's an entrepreneur. She's presently waiting till her dream will actually come true because she she's done the required all necessary papers and whatever, but yet she's looking for a cadetship. So today we'll be listening to her. She'll tell us a lot on what she has been experiencing so far, what has been the challenges and the fear of the future, right? So to my right, I have a very beautiful lady. Her name is Princess Ikeru Happiness. She's a nautical science student of Federal College of Fisheries and Marine Technology. She's got about 1 year sea experience, right? She's an entrepreneur. She's a model. I think she was once Miss what?
Miss Leadership of Face of Maritime International.
Miss Leadership of Face of Maritime. Okay. And she has a lot of things. She's into plenty things. But her dream is to become a captain, right? So she's also in school at the moment, nautical science. So today we'll be listening to her. She'll tell us her experience so far, why she was on she was on board, right? Now you're not
Yes.
on board. You're in school at the moment, okay. And she'll be telling us some of the stories, the challenges, and the fear. So it's going to be a very interactive section. On the comment section, you can always tell us what your own opinion, your experience, and you can reach out to us if you need us to interview you, you need us to call upon you, you have something to tell the world. So our focus is just that we want to document our experience, our ideas. Enough of people telling our stories. We want to say our own stories, right? So welcome on board. Enjoy the sail. So Olorun Toba, so far so good. You've finished from school 2022, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so far so good. What has been your experience? Just tell us.
Okay, like difficulty in finding cadetship
Okay,
in the maritime sector.
getting the
Yes.
cadetship is
Yes.
difficult.
Just like the school just train us and just push us out like that. So I don't want to sort for the job.
Okay, so after your school, your ND, right?
Yes.
So you are required to have how many months?
12 to 24 months see experience
Okay,
if I go back.
12 months here experience, and so far you've not had any in the last 2 years.
Yes.
So while you're searching for your cadetship, you've been applying to companies, right?
Yes.
So what are they? What are their responses to your application?
Okay. Some companies will be like they don't accept female cadets.
They don't accept female cadets.
Yes.
Wow, gender stereotype.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's interesting. Do you have any evidence? Like, do they tell you this in email? Like, we do not accept female,
No.
or they how do they tell you this?
It just tells verbally, like, okay, like, you show someone now, they be like, we don't accept female in this complaint. Try.
But your application, they don't reply with,
No,
we
they
do not
don't.
accept female.
They don't.
But they are telling you.
Yes.
Okay, so I wish we have one email, official email that says we do not accept female. Boom, we have catched them. So anyway, we are coming to that. To my right, Ikeru, you've been on board, right?
Yeah, I am.
How did you get that job?
Well, I did my CWES there after my ND2 program. So
Okay.
I went there for my CWES. But I was not on board. I was just in the dockyard.
Okay.
Yes. In the salvage operation team. Yes.
Salvage operation team. So you've salvaged vessels, right?
Yeah, just small boats.
You've salvaged some boats. Okay. At least you're salvaging something.
Yes.
Okay, so that was during your CWES, right?
Yes.
So, but now that you are during your normal sea experience, what do you do?
Yeah. Okay, I was working on a tugboat, and we were just doing like push out and pull in and pull out operations. Yes.
Pull in and pull out operation. Tell us about that
Pull
operation.
in and push out operations.
Pull in and push out.
Yes.
Okay. So what tell us about that operation?
Okay, so we get a call for marine operations. Then they tell us that okay, there's a vessel coming in, and a pilot will be boarding the tug. So we'll go and pick the pilot, then go to bring the vessel in.
Okay. So your tug will now do what?
We'll collect lines, connect it, then the captain will just maneuver, bring them inside through the channel.
So you are the one collecting the lines. Or what do you do exactly?
Yes. Well, I was a cadet, so I was like assisting the ABs.
Okay.
To
You
collect
assist the
line.
ABs.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was learning at some point. Then at the time they allowed me to do it.
So you know about your snapback zones.
Yes.
You know the dangers of those lines. You know how to clear deck. Okay, good. So I'm sure maybe those things are sounding like patwa, right? Okay. Anyway, what she's talking about is they work with port operations. When the vessels are coming in, they take the lines from the ship. They are like they assist the vessel to bet, right? Okay, maybe you did it in school. They mentioned it in school,
exactly.
and you read about it.
Yes, school.
Okay, so what are the difficulties you had while you were in school? Because you know nautical science, there's so many languages, like nautical languages, right? A kitchen becomes a galley. Your dining becomes your mess room.
Yeah.
Yes, mess room.
Your passage becomes your alleyway.
Alleyway.
Your bedroom becomes your
Cabin. Yes.
Your window becomes your what?
Photo.
Yes, you know about that?
Yes.
Photo.
Okay. Does your ship have a side mirror?
A side mirror? No.
No side mirror.
No.
So there's no way you can look at the back. Yeah.
No.
No side mirror.
On the bridge, like
yes.
No, I don't.
Like if the captain is driving, you don't have something to look at and see what's happening behind you.
Honestly, no. I don't
So how
know.
do you see behind you?
Well, I think he turns back. But there's always like an AB with him.
Good.
So,
Yes. So maintaining sharp lookout, right?
Yes.
Okay. No side mirror. No.
using
A shadow.
extra, it's like using an extra eye.
No. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so how do you now cope going from a secondary school to do nautical science? You speak pure English in your secondary school, and getting to maritime academy, you start speaking another thing. You start hearing anchor. You start hearing in your head.
Yes.
Very hot.
Exactly.
You start hearing. Tell me some of the terms.
Touch your toe or something like that. Touch your toe, then this kind of thing. Basically, jobbing. Then general terms. Instead of using general terms, they start using like navigational terms.
Okay, so they start teaching you the onboard language, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good. So now, when you now get to class, they start teaching you seamanship.
Yes.
You start hearing so many times. So how do you cope? Somebody who is coming, a young girl coming from secondary school who speaks pure English, getting on board, getting to school, and you start hearing different things. How do you now cope?
I don't think it's more of coping. Like, you just adapt to the system, because immediately you enter the school, they will teach you the basic knowledge of everything. So all these navigational terms you start using, they teach you everything first in seamanship. So you understand the meaning and you have the basic knowledge of everything. Then from there you start using the terms in conversations. Even in conversations, when you're talking, you start using onboard terms to converse. And
so if you are gone to Unilag and you now have the opportunity to get some connection to work on the ship, do you think it will be difficult for you?
Yes, maybe at first, because the term is new to me. Everything is new to me.
So you will not get the regiment, right?
Yes, I will not get the regimental aspect.
Okay.
Exactly. And again, everything everything, because everything is new. It's like a new word entirely. It's not
Exactly.
like
So there's a difference between the regular universities,
Yes, exactly.
the regular academics, and the maritime,
yes,
right?
yes.
So they should stop looking at us like, you understand, we are not civilians, right? So fine. It's good that we are letting people know that there's a difference between you going to a maritime school and going to the conventional universities, because a lot of them would think, okay. And again, while you were in school, maybe your parents would think you are in the higher institution, right? And but when you get on board on the ship, your school, you still barb your hair, right?
Yes.
You skin your hair. Okay. I hope they will tell you the last student to start skinning their head. Anyway, so now you were in school, you started your nautical science year one. What are your subjects? What are the things you were taught?
Seamanship, seamanship. I think radar. They taught us radar upper, so know the basic things. Marine communication. Yes. We are taught what's this marine engineering course.
Okay.
We are taught one of the
Introduction to marine engineering.
Yes, exactly. To know
Principles of navigation.
Exactly.
Cargo work.
Yes, cargo work.
You did practical navigation.
Yes, practical navigation.
You did chart work.
Yes.
You did
I think chart. Yes, we did chart.
You did Navalac.
Yes. No.
No Navalac.
No Navalac.
You did stability.
No.
No stability.
No. I think those ones are for HNDs.
HNDs.
Yes,
Okay.
advanced.
Okay, but at least you were able to touch one or two. Okay. So now, so far so good. 2 years after school, after going through all the pin your head, hang your leg,
Yes,
jump up, jump down, crab sheep.
First day of entry school, I wanted to run back home. I told my mom I can't do it. She's like, stay there, your mates are doing it. They don't have to just do. And I got adapted to it.
So how do you now feel going through all those regiment and now coming out, roaming the street of Apapa to beg the companies to employ you? How does it feel? Is that not depressing?
And devastating, very, very frustrating. Because we went through the struggle through school, came out successfully, and at the end there's no light. At this year, it's not light at the end of the tunnel.
You are still in the tunnel though. So just look very far, there is still light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
So but how long can you wait? You are 2 years already. How long further can you wait?
I know very soon it's coming my way, so
yeah. So like your own projection, how further can you wait? Before you decide to like, oh, I'm not interested in marine again. Let me go and do fashion designer. At least some big fashion designers are there.
Let me say, I've not yet clocked 2 years, so maybe like two and a half years.
Then maybe in the next 1 year you are done.
Yes.
You're done waiting.
I'm done waiting.
Wow. Well, we'll come back to that. Okay, Madam Happiness. Okay, it's good that you have been on board, right? And you're back to school. Will you compare the time when you joined your handy with zero C experience, and now that you've been to C, how will you, the study pattern, how will you rate it?
Okay, I would say it's like easy for me to understand things better now. So when they're talking about eggs or the radar, okay, I know this is how it looks like, this is how it works. So it's like better. Since I've seen it, I have like a visual presentation of everything. So I know how to like blend with whatever the lecturer is saying. I don't have to imagine things like when they are, especially in celestial navigation, you'll be like, imagine you are on the observers this, or
okay,
yeah,
so
90.
Now,
at least now I understand.
After going on board, seeing things for yourself, so it's now very easy for you to understand what they are saying in class. So meaning during your first 2 years or whatever, you were really struggling.
Yeah, I was just trying to like understand based on my imagination.
You do a lot of imagination.
Yes.
Okay, they are talking about ship. You start thinking about Titanic. Okay,
Exactly.
Titanic. Okay, the man will now tell you about Jumbo Derrick. You start looking at Jumbo Derrick. You know? So you were struggling, right?
Yes.
Okay. But imagine it if we have a kind of program that allows you to go on board, not sailing, probably visit the ship, go around, interact with the people for days, like maybe 2-3 days, and you come back to class. Do you think that will help?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to help a lot. Yes.
Okay. So rather than you just coming with your secondary school knowledge and just coming and they start speaking.
Yes, because even in class right now, there are people that have not even gone on board, and
Until now.
there are people that have gone on tankers, other vessels. So the way they answer questions in class, you that have not gone, you just be looking like,
What are
God,
they
when?
saying?
Yes. So there's like a difference. There's a gap.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a gap that needs to be closed. Okay. So at least we can all see that from our own perspective, she's got experience after 2 years. So when she went back to school, she was able to see the difference in the learning. The learning pattern changes. She could now tell that, okay, this is anchor, this is the ship, this is what the galley means, this is what they are saying, right? Compared to when she was very fresh, she was green, and they were telling her. So imagine someone like Sherwood has not been to the ship throughout her ND period. She must be struggling a lot during her ND. And I'm sure the essence of academics is to be successful, right? They want to close skill gap, right? So when the knowledge, yes, you get the knowledge, you can get the theoretical knowledge, but when the practical is not there, there's something missing, right? So the way and manner we run the normal conventional education is quite different from the way we run the maritime education, right? Have you imagined if the government decide to make cadetship like a NYSC program? Instead of you going to do youth corps of how many years, 1 year in a secondary school in one village, imagine them now making it like posting everybody to vessels, and let your youth service be,
Just on
your
vessel.
cadetship be youth
Yes.
service. Number one, you save the 1 year of wasting
Time
looking for
placements.
and 1 year of doing cadetship after teaching in one secondary school, right?
Yes.
So that will help, right? Also, imagine if we have a training vessel in Nigeria, and you're being a student, your school have the access to take you on board during your studies. Even in your year one, after 3 months in school, they sail you guys with the ship or take you on board.
It's like that COS period, like it just be on the training vessel, like so that you have like more knowledge of what is going to be taught in class and what
Exactly.
has been taught in class.
Then when you come back to class, you'll be very outstanding, right?
Yes, exactly.
But the way we are running it now, there is still what? Gap, right? So we all agree on that, right? We agree with there is gap that needs to be closed. Okay. Now, on your gender, we are trying to encourage, you see, IMO, I think 2 years or how many years ago, some years back, their focus was on gender equality, right? So they are trying to push you people towards that employ ladies. And some companies are telling you that they don't employ ladies. We want to catch them. Tell them to send you email. Anyway, that time we do that, they say, okay, can you just send email? If they can just do mistake to send you email, please let me know.
If I say doing our program, say like someone like, okay, oh, there's one space on board. I was like, okay, I'm available. I have everything. I have all my documentation. Person just told me now that it's male they want to. They don't want female. I was like, okay.
Okay, so on that, I think we need to push this. NIMASA needs to help us on this one. The company, in fact, let it be mandated for all the companies to employ ladies. At least one. If show evidence that, okay, you've actually trained. Our culture, our religion, and everything does not go against female on board, right? Is there any part, maybe I've been at sea for too long. I don't know if there's any law that have changed. So there's no law, right? So you guys have the right to be on board.
Yes.
Okay. So, but why do you think they don't want ladies?
I feel like maybe they are looking at our capability, like because we are not functional.
Like this one that is holding rope, you are taking life. So you are -1.
That's what they think, actually.
That's what they think.
Yes.
But within yourself, you know that.
Yes,
We are
now.
car people now. Went through school, so what?
During your regiment, is there any drill they tell the male to do and you will not
No,
do
we
it?
do everything with the mail.
Even for you to even Baba Bololo.
Bololo.
So what else is it that you not do?
Exactly.
So now it means you were determined to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody forced you to come into it. You knew that nautical science is about ship.
Yes.
You will be away from your family.
Yes.
You know about all this,
Yes.
and yet you still decide to go there.
Yes.
So that is passion.
Yes.
And you also same thing, right?
Yes.
It's not like Jamb has jammed you several times and you just feel like, oh, let me find a way out. So it was your decision,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you're ready to go for it, right? So now, but the only thing, the problem now is the government. What part of the government? Yes. Is it the NIMASA or the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy?
All of them work
Yes,
together,
like-
so
So whoever is concerned, we need what? Cadetship. I'm even thinking we will go.
From the school. So like
Yes.
there should be
Yes.
a structure.
There should be a structure.
Like,
Yes, after
helps.
school, like maybe
So it shouldn't be struggle, right? It
Yes.
shouldn't be that, okay, this person is part of the curriculum. You are finishing this, you're getting into this, you're finishing this, you're getting into
even
this.
if they try to make it like maybe the best 50. Okay,
Exactly.
we can just
Wow.
help them.
Struggle,
At least,
everybody
Yeah,
will-
you say
everybody will like there'll be competition. Let's,
Exactly.
Let's.
I remember NLNG used to come to Oro to pick cadets. Not anymore. Wow. Because that used to be the competition at that time. And there used to be a time that we were all around and oceanography. We used to be like, I'm all around oceanography. Like,
that stuff is still going on.
it's still going on.
Yes.
We still have the rivalry
Yes.
between the Maritime Academy and oceanography.
Yes.
But why you guys were fighting yourself? We are the maritime school. We are this, we are that. You are fish, we are shark. You are fish, we are dolphins. Why you were fighting? The NSDP, the government children now came, boom. Oh yeah. So who is now the champion?
We are still.
Yeah, still.
No matter what anybody says, we are still.
But the NSDP seems to be getting more attention from the government. So how do you now become the champion? Are you the champion or they are the champion?
We are actually. Yes. In so many areas.
Like what, please?
Like we produce like the best maritime graduating students.
Don't we?
We
do.
like almost 5 times straight.
5 times back to back.
Straight. Yeah. So it's not about
Okay, but you think you guys are?
Yeah.
But all of you are still there
one
now.
aspect.
All of you are there now.
aspect,
No
actually.
cadetship, no ship, nothing. NSDP are getting ships.
Okay, let's say we are trying as a school. Let's say we are trying to push out the best in us, which we are obviously doing. But maybe the government is the one that is like holding us up.
So the same problem you are facing, they are facing too.
Yeah.
So none of you is the best now. So far, so good. We've listened to Cadet Olorun Toba, right? And Cadet Happiness. Cadet Olorun Toba explains the challenges, how she struggled in school to understand some of the things, because coming from the regular school, secondary school, coming into maritime schools, the regiment and everything. So it was a change of environment. And Cadet Happiness also make us understand that if she had got the opportunity to be on board a ship, and now someone now put her in classroom to tell her that, okay, she won't be struggling. But because she's gone to maritime school now, a lot of the things she has to imagine so many things. She does not have the opportunity. She does not have the practical knowledge. So let's take a look at how having a training vessel would have helped these seafarers' training. Imagine us having something like the American NSMV. Let's take a look at this video. Then we can relate what is done in America to what we have in Nigeria. How we can copy some of the good part of American system into our system. So take a look at this video. Okay, this is NSMV. It's an American training vessel which is built to take care of their cadetship problems. So this vessel, if you can look at the screen now, you can see she's got a ro-ro space. She's got classrooms, she's got laboratories. What you're looking at now, these are training spaces on board the vessel. This is a navigation lab, workshops, simulator spaces, and laboratories. This is what you guys call the mock bridge, right? You have it on the vessel. You have auditorium on the vessel.
NSMV has berthing for 600 cadets.
Has how many cadets? 600 cadets. 600 cadets. NSMV has 600 cadets. I'm sure the total number of cadets we have right now, the people looking for cadetship at the moment in Nigeria, maybe they will be around that range, which means we can take all the cadets out of the street on one vessel. This vessel has got the capacity to trade and at the same time to train the cadets. So we can use that for operations, national operations, take cargoes from one port to the other, do trading, generate income for the nation while training is ongoing.
Berthing spaces, including private cabins,
These are the cabins.
two-person and four-person cabins, and other denser berthing spaces in the hull that are limited to no more than 30 in a space. The integrated accommodation spaces enable convenient access to berthing, classrooms, training, and mess areas. For humanitarian missions, the ship systems are designed to accommodate up to 1,000 people a day for 2 weeks. During humanitarian missions, when the ship can be a host to many transient workers, it is necessary to control access to command and control.
The vessel, they separate the command area. So where the actual captain, the main navigation bridge is separated from the mock bridge. So whatever thing you are doing in the mock bridge does not affect the ship's operation. This is the mess room. You have the hospitals, your sick bay on board, because you have large number of people. So there are medical doctors on the ship. You have your helipad. You have ro-ro space. You have everything on this vessel. So you can be getting your training and at the same time your sailing experience. You are seeing the real world and at the same time you are seeing the training aspect. So these are the engine room. So for engine cadets also, they have the same equal opportunity. So it can take care of the deck and at the same time take care of the engineers.
Was chosen because of the significant electric loads resulting from the large number of persons on board and because it allows efficient operation of the plant. Only the number of engines needed to suit the operating speed are placed online.
This is a thruster.
Safe return to port
Have you seen a thruster before?
main propulsion system is possible through
Okay,
installation
so this is a
of
drop-down
an
thruster.
azimuthing thruster that can
When you
propel
need
the
it,
vessel
you
at
deploy
6
it.
knots.
And when you are getting to the port, where you don't need it, or in the shallow water, you take it off. But always have it at the back of your mind that there's an extension beneath the hull of the vessel. You have something projecting down, so that you don't crash.
By replacing the
Right.
aging fleet of training ships with the NSMV, America's future merchant mariners will continue to be well trained and well equipped to handle all that the sea throws at them. And the U.S. will have available for quick
It's
activation.
taking care of humanitarian assistance.
And disaster
It's
response,
trading
ready to lead
for
recovery efforts in case of a major hurricane or
emergency
natural disaster
response.
strikes our coast.
And at the same time doing cadetship, useful for cadetship opportunities. This video now, what can you pick from it? What do you learn from it?
Well, they were actually like doing 3 things at the same time, and nothing was like interfering with anything. So if we should have something like this in Nigeria, it's going to be like beneficial.
Okay. So what are the 3 things they're doing at the same time?
They were moving cargoes from port to port,
So they are trading.
and they're also doing cadetship training.
They are doing cadetship training,
And they're doing a humanitarian
assistance support, right?
yes,
So they are doing intervention,
Operational work,
right?
practical, and
So if we need to attend to, say for example, we need to attend to, want to send some materials to some flood people, maybe MPA have some cargo to ship, We need things to bring from South Africa. This can be doing the national interventions, and at the same time, we can be doing the humanitarian services. And at the same time, this vessel can be taking care of cadetship. So it's doing a lot of things. So if we are able to get a vessel that will do even 300, you can imagine. And I can tell you, if Nigeria decide to write to any, maybe America, for example, these guys at least sometimes let's write to them. Okay, one of the ones you guys are using, come and dash us, right? They will dash us. Even if they don't want to dash us, we have that money. Because by the time you put together all the money we've been spending to buy cadetship from other countries,
To even send, they will send
send people-
cadets from Nigeria outside again and still bring them back without job, without
exactly. So some of the cadets are even being trained outside the country, coming back, still queue. And meanwhile, you that you are self-trained, you are still there. Nobody's even looking at your own page. So you can see that the rivalry has not really helped between the oceanography and, you understand? So we should not focus on rivalry. We should leave that. Our main rival, who we should be looking at, is the government, right? We need to let the DG know that you have the power, you have able hands, people that have the passion for sea jobs. So that's one area we need to touch now. And at the same time, let's now go back to the last, we're talking about you. After all this training, let's assume the government decides to give you training now. You're looking at marriage in around what time do you think you want to? When are you looking at marriage?
6 years.
So in the next 6 years, you're looking at marriage, right?
Yes.
So how will you be able to cope with your 6 years, your family? Because okay, let's say for example, if you get your cadetship today, calculate budget the next 2 years for cadetship, right? Then after that, you go for your COC. COC will take like 1 year. The training, the exam, waiting for results. Like, let's take out 1 year. If you pass at once, which I know you should, then you get your license. Then you start looking for the job, right?
Yes.
Because there's still another challenge. Because at that time, you will not be talking about cadetship. Company will start saying you don't have experience. You don't have experience. So I'm still really concerned. Like, somebody struggled to get cadetship, you manage to get your cadetship, you get your license. Now you struggle to get your first job. 0 experience. And mind you, our own side, our own batch, we are fading out gradually. We are fading out, and the replacements are not ready. I must be very clear, frank with you. The replacement for us, they are not ready. And because why they are not ready is some of them they are able to get on board, but the quality of training is not. No, they do not have the real quality training. Because I can tell you, if we have a system like that, if I'm your chief officer, for example, and I'm to train you as a cadet, I have cargo operation to chase. I have my own work. I have my job. The task that I need to accomplish, right, to keep my job. So training you is part of my job, but it is not the main part of my job, right? So I wake up in the morning. Maybe sometimes chief officer is taking duties from on tankers. They take 12 to 4. In port, they take 6 hours, 6 to 12, right? In fact, in port, he's overseeing the entire cargo operation. So the guy is very busy. When you are not on the bridge, you are on deck doing maintenance and all the likes. Same thing with the second engineer. So if you now look at these guys, they are very, very busy. When do you think you want to sit you down and be telling you, this is Adobera, this is how to take sight. This is how to correct your magnet, your compass. This is how to, he's like he has two things to do. He has a lot of things to do. So you don't really get the perfect time. Yes, you as a cadet, it depends on you also. You need to be able to like push, get them. If the chief officer is busy, move to your captain. If the captain is busy, go to your second officer, right? But compared to that one that they've got a classroom, they've got lab, they've got people that are dedicated to actually train you. While they are training you, you are seeing the real one. They are taking you to the real operations, right? And at the same time, you are trading. So you are fulfilling the entire. So it will increase. It will help the quality of seafarers we are producing, right? So nobody will start telling us that, oh, this is you do not have this. By the time you finish all that training and you get on board as a third officer, I tell you, you're on point, right? So, but now with the way we are going now, 2 years from now, you'll be finishing your. You go for cadetship. You do your cadetship in 2 years. You go for COC. That's 3 years. You do your third officer maybe another 2 years. You're ready for marriage. How will you cope with marriage and the sea career?
Okay, first of all, I had passion for it. That's what I ventured into. I already foreseen likely circumstances. So I feel like, okay, maybe marriage or talk who, like, we have to communicate, both husband and wife communicate, okay, this is how we're going to plan it. Okay, is it after marriage? I can still save for some time, then childbearing. Then I know that during childbearing period, I'll be at home focusing on the children, and then after that, after they've grown up and they can be taken care of by other people, I can be sailing and also be interchanging everything. Just about balancing and communication.
Yeah, although I'm just thinking how you balance big belly.
No, those period, I won't be on board now.
Eh?
I'll not be on board.
So what's balancing your belly? Your
I'll,
tummy?
I'll be at home. I'll not be on board. I'll not be sailing.
You will not be sailing
I'll not be sailing.
for 9 months, right?
Yes.
Okay, 9 months. Then you give birth, right? When you give birth, then you have to breastfeed and take care of your child for how many years? Maybe another 1 year, right? That's 1 year and 9 months. Then by the time you are ready to go back, you now get to the company again. That, okay, I'm done with my first one, right? So by the time you do one trip and go home again, your husband look at you again.
No, God can favor me. Like I have 3 at once, bam. Then I know that I'm done with that one.
So look at your side now. So you see the challenges Cadet Olorutoba is going through. But let's hear your own side. When do you look at you getting married and?
Well, I don't know. I don't really have like a time frame, but let's say 3 to 4 years.
Your own is even closer. Okay.
Yes, you can say 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4
But I
years.
don't think it can actually hinder anything.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. How will you maneuver
Well,
yourself?
I'm following some captains, female captains, not Nigeria captains, like female captains, and most of them are married. And
They're
Yes,
still
yes, yes.
balancing
yes, they are
everything.
doing
They're
it.
still
So
saying-
What
why
kind of
not?
ship?
I was following one on TikTok. I can't really say if it was like a cruise
Cruise.
or
A cruise vessel, right?
yes.
Yes.
it
Most
was
of
like
them that are
cruise.
married, they're mostly on cruise. Like those
Yes.
I've seen, sha.
Okay, so it means there should be some kind of sea jobs that should actually be the ladies should be encouraged to go through, right?
Well, I don't think there
If you
should
go
be
on
like
tanker, for example, Nigerian tanker, forget about your husband, your house for the next 6 months.
yes.
Yeah? Some of them 4 months.
Okay.
And after 4 months, you go on time off. Do you think your husband will be able to cope?
Well, like she said, communication, like probably why we're still cutting.
So before you choose husband or boyfriend, start to
yes, you need to be aligned. If you are
so you start telling them, oh, I will not be at home. Oh.
exactly.
Learn how to cook. Oh.
Yeah.
You don't know how to cook.
It's not like a gender-based thing.
If when I'm looking for a wife now, I know what to do. If I see any scene, right? So if you learn how to sing for baby, you
Yes.
all these you teach them how to sing. What are these nursery rhymes? They need to learn all those things, how to back a baby.
And they will not even be the only one. They will have help like from both families.
Okay.
Your mother-in-law, your mother, your siblings.
So you mean your problem? You will just extend your problem to the.
They already know. It's like it's for the benefit of everybody.
So you guys are just problem for the country.
Oh, yeah, not.
No, now because by the time I start bringing dollars home now, everybody will enjoy it. So
anyway, that's another thing we will still look into very soon. You might look at it that okay, dollar will come, but well, I will not disappoint you. Let me not discourage you. Dollar will come in Jesus' name. Okay, so what other challenges do you still want to tell us before we round up?
yes, so I feel like this one is also like a major problem in Nigeria. So fundings for specific documents that you can use to go on board, mandatories and OTFs. Some other
Like
documents, they are
school,
like very expensive.
Our school, mandatory is for free.
Wow.
Mine is not.
Yours is not.
And other schools, they are not.
So I saw recently that your school trained some people.
Well, this is like, I don't know if I should say it, but a particular lecturer, a captain, so he works in my school. So the best 5 in chat work, he sponsors their mandatories, and he has been doing that for a very long time.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So that is a personal effort from one of your lecturer, right?
Yes.
Training, giving them.
And that was how I was even able to do mine.
Oh,
Yes. So if you take it to like a very good place, we did ours at Prime Atlantic, and if you know Prime Atlantic, very expensive. So yeah, he like settled all the funds and the expenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your school is for free.
Yes, mandatory is free.
Mandatories, basic mandatories.
Yes, basic mandatory.
But not including ISPS.
Last time when we did not do ISPS. We did it.
Proficiency.
Yes, we did it. Basic mandatory. OCTF.
Okay.
Then security awareness. Yes.
So you get all that for free, right?
Yes.
While you're in school.
Yes.
Okay. So, but this education loan, this student loan that the government is giving, if they are 50 billion, if they bring it to Marine, by the time they bring that student loan, only these two schools finish that money. Because by the time even me too, if I think I'm going for sales, I go and collect $23,000 for my COC, and you too, you collect your own 20,000, 50 billion don't finish now. So they better don't carry that one come Marine. They should have our own, right? Separate.
Yes, and you can see add that one to at least to help
They should
some.
see add that one.
To help.
That
some
one is
people
for the
too.
whole Nigeria.
We were part of Nigerians now, so if they even give us
Some
parts.
will they give you. Okay, they want to give you now, they'll give you 200,000 naira. What can you do?
No, they will not give us 200,000.
Okay, how much can they give you?
Is it for like a person?
Yes, now.
Okay, for a person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still okay.
200,000.
For a person, it's still okay. At least you can use
You
it
use it
to.
to
to
eat during
mandate.
your COC. You use it
No, you
to
can use it for
cook.
mandatories, I guess.
We're talking about COC are expensive.
Is it COC?
Okay, if it's
For
mandatory.
cadets, I don't
For
think we should
cadets.
worry about COC now. It's more
Yes.
like getting STCW or those other documents that can.
So you can still benefit from that.
Yes.
we
So
can.
they should not think it is no.
We manage it. 200. We
Okay.
manage it.
So it's actually very interesting hearing from both cadets. We've been able to understand. Number one, we learn that if they have the opportunity to go to see why they are in school, it will help the study. It will broaden their knowledge. They have specific informations. And again, if after school, if the cadetship is being run like NYSC program, just moving from school, your 1 year or whatever it is, straight on board. So that alone, the NYSC program actually solve it. So we don't have to have this struggle. Let the government know that cadetship is also part of the training. If you do not have cadetship, your school is not complete. Your maritime school is not complete. And in your own side, regiment needs to come back to your school, right? Because the job is paramilitary. Yes, let's not try to bend it. If by tomorrow, at least we've seen cases where like we have people working on security vessels. We have a lot of drills. We have so many things, right? And when there is problem, they will not see problem. We are also responder. We are first responders.
Workload or regimentation on education in Nigeria, I feel like it's too much. Because I feel like you guys wake up around 3 a.m.
Yeah,
3 a.m. And we do all those things. Then we go to class.
Imagine you get on board. You don't get all those regiments. And they muster you in the at midnight. After you just finish your duty and they mustered you, pam, 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 everybody, muster drill. What will you do?
Those certifications are doing, those trainings, they will have
those training of 3 days, 4 days.
Exactly. It's not helping.
They need to put that into you. It needs to be part of you.
Well, even if they're going to bring it back, I feel like it should not be tough. Like as if you are in the
See,
military
you don't understand. They need to put that spirit in you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because forget it. The maritime education is not for civilians. Right? So I think we will recommend that. So thank you very much. So far, so good. It's been a beautiful experience. We've been hearing we heard from both sides. And I really enjoyed myself talking to this wonderful cadet. So we look forward to Cadet Olorutoba to share a testimony very soon that, okay, one of the companies have been able to pick her. And we'll come back and still mention the name of the company and we'll clap for them that we want to thank you for what you've done for our cadets. And for you also, we also appreciate the companies to encourage because you've gotten their experience. We thank the company that actually gave you that cadetship opportunity. We pray that they will continue to encourage more ladies. So I'm sure there are still more ladies on board, right?
Yes.
So we pray that they continue to. So we want to eliminate gender stereotype completely. At the moment, we have just 1.2% of the global workforce being female. 1.2. So the remaining 98% is what? Is a male. So we want to end that stereotype. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Captain's Desk. Only the seafarers can tell the seafarer's story. Smoke Room TV.